Okay, you are alive. Oh, Matika Mata. The story of Matika Mata.
你绝对不敢相信，统治钢琴界几十年的入门方法被一个音乐学院。
Dhammapada 35，是吧？OK， 35。Control your mind。还有1分钟。
叮叮，喝水。
你已经开了吗？
没有。
啊，可以开了，因为1分钟好了。
OK， 开了。
好。按手。OK， 好，我们。Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to him, the blessed one, the sovereign one, the fully enlightened one. 礼敬世尊，阿罗汉正等正觉者。好，今天 today, so we come to Dhammapada 35. Control your mind. So Pali 1, Dunik Gahasa Lahuno Yatta Kama Nipatino Chittassa Dhammato Sadhu Chittang Dantang Sukha Wahang. So the mind is difficult to control. Swiftly and lightly it moves and lands wherever it pleases. It is good to tame the mind, for a well-tamed mind brings happiness. Okay, what is the Chinese translation? 35上自意清照的心，难琢磨的，随从爱欲活动的心。已经治愈的心，能引致安乐。Oh, it's good to control the mind. The mind that is very easy to run here and there. 难琢磨，难 very difficult to control. And then it just according to your likes and dislikes, then going here and there. 随从爱欲活动的心。So if we have controlled the mind, so it will bring happiness. So we'll see what is this story about. The mind is difficult to control. Swiftly and lightly it moves and lands wherever it pleases. And then it's good to tame the mind. For a well-tamed mind, bring happiness. The lady, mind reader, Matika Mata. Oh, mind reader. Mind reader 是什么呢？能够读你的心。这个故事你也是有听过了。You also have heard about this story? Yeah. Because the lady can read the mind of the monks.
Oh.
你聽過我這隻故事？
She has
psychic power. Okay. So once 60 bhikkhus, after each obtaining a subject of meditation from the Buddha, went to a village at the foot of a mountain. Yeah, usually you see in the ancient time in India, there's so many monks and bhikkhu, 60, sometimes 30, sometimes more than that. So So they will go and see Buddha, pay homage to Buddha, and ask Buddha to give them subject of meditation suited to them. So they obtained a subject of meditation from the Buddha and went to a village at the foot of a mountain. So usually foot of the mountain is a very remote area, so near to the jungle mountainside. So it's good to practice meditation, very quiet place. So they went there and then to a village at the foot of a mountain. There, Matika Mata. So by the name Matika, Mata mother. So sometimes this lady, because very pious or the leader or whatever, so people call him Mata Mata, mother. So mother of the village headman, the village headman in Malaya. So let's say village 村长的母亲 offer them alms food. So this lady offered the monks, 60 monks, alms food, Dhammapada food. She also built a shelter for them. Okay. So also built shelter. But during the time, usually when they say build a shelter, you don't think that like this one, very well constructed. This they're only using hard, yes, bamboo, or they just use mud, and then with this grass roof. 那种很简单，种 60了。So for them, so that they could stay in the village during the raining season. So the raining season, so they actually went to see Buddha, and then they go around to search for place. Come to that village. Then the headman's mother, of the village, so invited this 60 monks to stay there. So this is very common, the story like this in India. So the monks have been invited to stay for 3 months rainy season. One day, she requested the bhikkhus to teach her meditation, because she used to come to the temple to offer food and sometimes to do some whatever services. And then she used to see the monk sitting there, not talking, and then meditating or walking. So she was very curious and asked the monk, "What are you doing?" The monk. So they say, "We are practicing meditation." What kind of meditation? You know what type of meditation? Asubha meditation. 不净观. The 32 parts of the body. Asubha Bhavana. So then she asked whether she can learn this meditation or not. Then the monk said, "Of course, you can. As a layman, also you can practice." So then they taught her. So she learned this and then went back and practiced. Wow, very soon she actually, become what?
Third stage.
Third stage of Anagami. So one day she requested the bhikkhu to teach her meditation. They taught her how to meditate on the 32 constituents of the body, leading to awareness of the decay and dissolution of the body. So like the Kesa, Loma, Naka, Danta, Tacho, starting with that.
But this Asubha Bhavana usually is for a monastic.
Yeah, usually it's monastic, but this lady is already old lady. So she can practice, because if for the young one you practice, later you have to leave the house, and then you have to divorce your wife or your husband. So old lady so it's no harm for her. So of course then 32 parts of the body, leading to awareness of the body decay. You will see that this body 32 parts, part by parts, all these are loathsome, so lasama, bochinki. Then this is so anicca, and then also all this on impurity and there's no I, there's no mind, and things like this. So dissolution of the body, just slowly then the body decay and so on. So Matika Mata practice with diligence. 哇，这个必会少个古老。So 他比和尚更加努力，这个女的回去就是做到 attain the third stage of sainthood, together with extraordinary knowledge and mental powers. 伊唔是講談到呢，要一個談到咩神通 psychic power, 對 can read the mind of others. So third stage anagami, together with extraordinary knowledge, the mental power, even before the bhikkhus did. So kalau ni hui salah tu kalau not the 60 monk, no one have attained any state yet during that time. So with the divine power of sight, Dipa Chaku, Chaku means the eye, Dipa Chaku means Tian Yan. So she got this psychic power of divine sight or Dipa Chaku. She saw that the bhikkhus had not attained insight, because once she got this attainment, and then she looked to see whether this Bhante or they have attained to what stage of enlightenment. 佢成日看講佢受嗰啲騰幾高了，佢同佢騰三高咧，看人係騰幾高，看了佢嗰啲冇半高。So with divine eye, so saw that the bhikkhus had not attained insight. She also learned that these bhikkhus had enough potential for attainment of arahanthood, but that they need proper food because of weak body will not allow the mind to function as its best. So the story said that she looked one by one whether anything lacking, that the monks that have this problem that cannot attain the enlightenment. So is it the weather not suitable? No, the weather is okay. Then anything, so one by one looking, and then she saw that, they are very weak because the food is not good. During that time, maybe the area village is poor. So
sometimes it's drought.
Drought? I don't know.
If they don't have, they have drought, they don't give enough.
They actually didn't mention about the drought, but only the food maybe sometimes agreeable and sometimes not agreeable or whatever. So, but the food not proper, suitable for them or not enough nutrition.
But she is the cook.
Huh?
She cook for them, huh?
She's an old lady not cooking. Usually the servant cook for her. Then she will bring the food to the temple. He is the head man, he will cook it. He can cook it, he temple. So she see that, because they have no good food. So she learned that these bhikkhus have enough potential. They the potential to attain the attainment of arahanthood, but they need proper food because of weak body will not allow the mind to function at its best. So she prepared nutritious food for them. So every time they then eat, then they will help them. So with nutritious food and right effort, the bhikkhus developed right concentration in eventually attaining arahanthood. So because of her good, food, nutritious food, so and then with the effort also, right effort of the monk, later they able to get concentration and eventually arahanthood. Kalau kabuy ni sing alohan. So at the end of the rainy season, actually this one many story behind this paragraph also. Like because actually we'll see later. So at the end of the rainy season, Bhikkhu returned to Jetavana monastery where the Buddha was in residence. They reported to the Buddha that all of them were in good health and in comfortable circumstances, and that they did not have to worry about food. So all the monks after the end of the raining retreat. So during the retreat time, the raining retreat time, so they attained arahanthood. So then they left the place and they went to see the Buddha and reported to the Buddha that they were all in good health and comfortable circumstances, and that they did not have to worry about food. They also mentioned Matika Mata, who had been aware of their thoughts and had offered them the very good food that was necessary to keep them in good health, which is important for proper concentration. So the monks, 60 monks also reported the Buddha that Matika Mata was able to read the thought of their mind. Ilang kong Buddha tiala kong Matika Mata we itzai ilang isin. So in that case, and then you have been aware of their thoughts and offer them very good food. So was necessary to keep them in good health, which is important for proper concentration. A certain bhikkhu, hearing them talking about Matika Mata, decided that he too would go to the village. So the 60 monks attained and came back. So among this, he came to know that there's a place that the upasika, can prepare very good food for the monk. So he was very interested to go there. So taking a subject of meditation, he too would like to go to that village also then. So too, taking a subject of meditation for the Buddha, he arrived at the village monastery. There, he found that everything he wished for was sent to him by Matika Mata. So 这个和尚只有一个他自己去了，他天天就是想要吃好的东西。So he was only thinking, today if I have good food, will be good, then food come. And tomorrow if I porridge, that will be good, then tomorrow porridge will come. So day after tomorrow, you think that, if I have any kind of food. So whatever he think of, so Matika Mata bring the food to him. So there he found that everything he wished was sent to him by Matika Mata. When he wishes for some food, she personally came to the monastery and bring along choice food with her. So she prepared everything that this monk wanted and to give him. After taking the food, he asked her if she really could read the thoughts of others. Then, the first time, of course, I said maybe coincidence.
Mm-hmm.
Then the second time, maybe it's also coincidence. The third time, then it's not coincidence anymore. 頭一道問你就是講冇結到好嘅啦。而到第三道咧，呢個唔是啦，這是我小下面一個好啊，下面這裡是真係 dangerous. After taking the food, so he asked her if she really could read the thoughts of others. So asked the lady. So this monk asked the lady, you can read the thoughts of others? Then, but she evaded his question and replied. No, tapi in my direct no answer. Evade ada kong. Avoid. Siam my direct answer here. So she said that people who can read thoughts of others behave in such a way. Those people who can read the thoughts, then they would, you think what, then they'll give you what, or they'll do what. So in that other way of talking. 伊袂使講我袂曉，你袂曉都騙我，我有騙我，有騙嘛因為 because 伊會 read 所以伊三個咧袂騙我，因為一個嘛袂騙我咧。So then the bhikkhu thought that bhikkhu有一個名if I like an ordinary worldling 伊講我是一個啦，一個凡夫啊，就是 ordinary worldling. should entertain any impure thoughts，我是心想乱想啦，有的时候心想就讲哦，你找不水啊，什么这样胡思乱想啊。他说 ，and she can really read the thoughts. She is sure to think ill of me. 我也是 read 到我 mind 啦，我想我咪也参与啦。So 你讲就讲，哎呀，你讲了这个人啊，这回事啊，乱来啊，小当小西。You understand what I say? Think this and think that 啦，小当小西，想东想西啊，小当小西。
我听得懂。
So he therefore became afraid of the lady devotee and decided to return to Jetavana monastery. So 伊想到我来钓青囝来讲，哎哟，我要走牛，大久咧，可能。
Usually, it's the lay people is afraid of the monk who's gonna read their mind.
Yeah. Because last time also, you know, this Achancha and also Mahaboa, or their teacher, that one very famous one, Achamang. Yeah, he can read the mind of the other monks, so they were very afraid of him. 那个很出名的一个和尚，在泰国的，阿参差他们跟他学习的，还有阿参芒什么这些。
阿参芒 is a Dhamma Yuddha. Achancha is Dhamma Yuddha.
I don't know,
Mahanikaya.
Achancha is Dhamma Mahanikaya. So they went to see him and practice under him. So they are very, I mean, have this kind of caution. Because 那个和尚如果知道你的能够读你的心的话，这个和尚不敢乱想的，是吗？
马波讲OK，马波
不是马波啊，也这个 master 啊，Mum
annoying enough to listen to
Achaman
noise. No, but
Achaman 是
for people
啲
sometimes
小姑娘，
唔是叫嗰個是另外小歡呢是祭醒嘅，你就出名啦㗎啦。
講出名。
What you say? What?
sometimes it's annoying enough to listen to people saying, but this is even more annoying. I think you can listen to other people's thoughts.
No, sometimes
Noisy.
if the monk direct his mind to look at the person, then he only can understand, not just staying here and then know you, know
really
that,
noise, yeah.
Buddha also said it's not that way. If he want to know who this person mind, then he direct his mind to his mind. Then he can read his mind, and there is no hindrance. Otherwise, you sit here is very annoying.
Yeah, it's very noisy.
Because in Zionism, so they claim their teacher to be like that. So saying they cannot know whatever happening in this world. So Buddha said this will become mad. Because the world happening so many things, you cannot, to understand all so many things at one time. The world cannot happen cho chuyện gì cả. Lúc đồng ý tổ chức bên lúc chạy cái liao, đi conเลยMahavira, it is Zionism tower. So then the disciple claim that the master like that. Then Buddha say, I also Sampanyu. So I have this all knower. So the all knower of the Buddha is direct in mind. I want to understand what to see what. Then there is no hindrance. So in that way,
same like Ellie with her animal, she has to really pay attention on that particular animal.
Yeah, then you have to direct your mind particularly to that. Then you can see. So if you can have this, mind reading. So this one afraid of the lay devotee and decided to return. So want to return back to Jetavana because during that time Buddha was in Jetavana.
That's even worse. Buddha can read. If he wants to avoid one thing, is he's gonna be close to the master who can read even like clearly.
Yeah, but Buddha usually don't, just like that to read people's mind. Only certain thing that then he want to know, then he will go into it. So, but then this one is because want to practice under this, in the place where this lady,
curious.
yeah, and then because of he was thinking of food every day. No, I want to today eat this food, tomorrow I eat that food, and things like that.
It's good, no?
So then whatever that he likes. So he told the Buddha that he could not stay in Matika's village because he was afraid that the lay devotee attack impure thoughts in him because he has seen that greed, hatred, delusion. So he was so afraid that the lady would know about him. So the Buddha then advised him to observe just one thing. So he actually don't want to go back anymore the lady's place. Then Buddha say, oh, that is the only place that you should go. And then one thing that to guard your mind, to protect your mind, the Buddha advised him to observe just one thing. You can do here, only one thing. Then something, one thing is easier, only one thing. So that is to control your mind. Only one thing is control your mind. Don't let your mind just simply think here, this and that. Then you start thinking, stop. So then he also advised him to return to the village and not to think of anything else but the object of his meditation. So if you can control your mind, just only think of a meditation object, very soon. 是吗？你想看，你自己就想说，我不可以乱想了。那么只有注意我的长修的目标，所以行住坐都是在那个目标，我看一定很快。我跑路是寫就成了。你 control your mind 啦，你講定係小你目標啦。你去想我先講我唔會食啦，不多腰啦，我跑路個人成了阿羅漢。So of anything else but the object of his meditation. The bhikkhu returned. So Buddha to Matika Mata, offer him nutritious food. And as she had done to the others before. So same likewise, Matika Mata offer good food like before to other monks, so that he might be able to practice meditation without worry. So within a short time, he too purified his mind and attained arahat. So it's very important to have a kalyana mitta or a teacher who is so powerful. So powerful in mind, who is teacher. So I can do quite the same. That's why during the Buddha time, there are so many arahant because they know the Buddha understand, can read their mind, so they are also very careful. So this story is very famous also. Okay, any question? No, then we go further. Guard your thoughts. So now here's guard your thoughts. So what is the difference? This mind and then this thought. 照顾你的思想 thought 是思想 mind 是心，我们分别这样可是也是差不多一样。OK， sudut dasang sunip punang yattha nipatinang cittang raketa medhavi cittang kuttang sukhawahan. The mind is very difficult to perceive, very delicate and subtle. So it moves and lands wherever it pleases. The wise one should guard his mind, for a guarded mind brings happiness.
Medavi is happiness.
What is that?
No, Medavi.
Medhavi.
Cittang raketa Medavi. What does Medavi mean?
There go Medhavi. Medhavi. Cittang raketa. Cittang, the mind. The mind is very difficult to perceive, very delicate and subtle. Yeah, and then this is karma nipatinang. It moves and land wherever it is. Medavi. So Medavi actually is a land. Land. Yeah. Moves and land to where Raketa protect. One should guard the mind for it guards. So and then Sukha Wahang bring happiness. So 这个是36在这里，应防护极难察见的，应该防护很难察见的，极细微细的，随从爱意活动的心，随着我们的爱意这个心活动跑来跑去。智者已经防护的心 ，the wise one know how to protect well mind， 能引致安乐 that can bring happiness. Yeah, the Chinese translation. So what is this about? A wise man should guard his mind, his thought. Once they live in Savatthi, so also in the northern part Savatthi, the son of a banker. This young man asked the bhikkhu who used to come to his house for alms what he should do to be liberated from the ill of life. Okay. So at one time, so in Savatthi, there's a rich man, a banker son. So this young man asked monk who used to come to his house for alms, for Dhammapada, and then what to do that we can liberate from suffering, the life's suffering. 这个回想，这个有里人会惊啦。伊问这个回想，逐礼拜来伊会讲咧，有安怎款啊？会断苦啦，这个人生的苦啊。So the bhikkhu instructed him to divide his property into 3 parts. So the monk instructed him to divide his property into 3 parts. 1 part to do business with, 1 part to support his family, and 1 part to give in charity. Okay, just for lay people. Lay people, they earn money, so they should divide the money to use it wisely. So the monk also, according to this, what sutta? Sigalowada Sutta.
It's 40%, 4 and 4 and 4, no?
No,
Divided by 4?
because actually 1 part for family, and then 2 parts for business, and then 1 part you have to keep also, because in case of emergency, in case of accident or whatever, so you need some money. So this one 3 parts. Instructed him to divide the property into 3 parts. 1 part to do business, and then 1 part to support the family, and 1 part to give in charity. So he did as he was told, and again asked what should be done next. So first, the monk instructed him to earn the money properly, and then to divide through how to use the money. Then he again, then later after that, he asked again what to do next. So he was further instructed first to take refuge in the triple gem. That means, so then now this time tell him to take refuge in the Buddha, take refuge in the Dhamma, take refuge in the Sangha. 为什么一定要皈依佛法僧三宝？ Why I say that people want to practice, they must take refuge in the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha.
So they can have confidence.
First, they have to develop their faith, Sangha, in the Buddha, the Dhamma, Sangha. So before you can practice the Buddha, Dhamma, so it's important that people must develop this confidence and faith in the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. Take refuge in Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, and to observe the 5 precepts. So once you are taking refuge in Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, then you should try yourself very best to keep the 5 precepts. You tell them that try your best, because sometimes people are afraid. They say, "我哎呀，我驚我貴啦，然後I 修過界，我未夠了修啊。因為很多人會有一些，他說我不會完全守這個5戒啊，有時候會破戒，破這個破那個，所以盡量的守 ，understand？ 盡量的 keep to your very best. Observe the 5 precepts. Secondly, observe the 10 precepts. Wow, then further 5 precepts, then 10 precepts. 10 precepts you going on, then another like I think like monk also not taking money. 10 precepts.
10% also not sitting in the high chair.
Yeah, live a very simple life. Also, not high and luxurious bed or chair or coach. So thirdly, to renounce the world. Then the third step, if you can observe the 8 precepts, 10 precepts, then you are ready to become a monk. Okay, to renounce the world and enter the holy life, holy order. Okay, so step by step. Okay. The young man comply with all these instructions and become a bhikkhu. 哇，这个孩子很听话哦。第一个呢，就是先做好家庭，照顾了，就皈依三宝，守5戒。守5戒了之后呢，就守8戒、10戒。那么到第3个 step 出家了。Okay, as a bhikkhu, he was taught the Abhidhamma. Okay, I think this one during the Buddha time, I don't know this Abhidhamma 造出来。So Buddhist psychology by one teacher and the Vinaya rules of conduct by another. So once he became a bhikkhu, so and then he got 2 teachers. One is the teaching him the Abhidhamma. One is the Vinaya rule. Actually, the Sutta and the Vinaya. So by another, being taught in this way, he felt that there was too much to be learned. So I don't know, the teacher maybe give too much to him. So he felt that it's too much to learn. Too much to learn. That the disciplining rules were too strict and too many. This cannot do, that cannot do. 200 over, 300 over, 500 over. So,
I don't know how many Abhidhamma, how many books, how many.
7 books. Abhidhamma have 7 books. 这个Abhidhamma有7本的书。那么这个Vinaya rules 是很多的。
227.
But it's generally, but very, very fine, detail one, and many also.
Yeah, it's very long. That's the only, I think one of the part that was not finished in the International Tipitaka chanting. It's not even
Many
first
other
part.
things. Actually, duty also is a Vinaya rule. Duty. 好像我们的责任啊，跟那个老师住在一起，我们要怎么对待我们的老师，怎么样服务对待，都是在 Vinaya rule 里面的。So,
Wow.
Sutta and Vinaya lah, to learn Sutta and Vinaya.
Wow, Sangha got the Vinaya. They didn't even finish one book.
Too many.
So he got 2 teachers. One taught Sutta, one taught Vinaya. Being taught in this way, he felt that too much to learn this and that. That the disciplinary was too strict and too many, so much so that there was not enough. What is that? Enough freedom in the way of life of a bhikkhu. So sometimes some people feel that, wow, it's too much. This cannot do, that cannot do. Then it's too much for him to become a bhikkhu in that way. He thought that it might be better to return to the lay life. When he think that way, then he said that it's better to become a lay person. So as a result of doubt and discontentment, so once you think of this cannot, that cannot, and then you're not happy, so usually we say discontented. 他的心已经不能够满足了。So then he was thinking, he had doubt and discontentment. He became unhappy and neglected his duty. So he also became thin and weak. So 他可能就是呢，也没有什么吃饭了，起来了，很没有力。So when the Buddha came to know about this, so he admonished the young bhikkhu, if you can only control your mind, you will have nothing more to control. So guard your mind. So again, Buddha also advised him, only guard your mind. Mindful sati lah, sati. So 你不要去想太多，说哎呀，这个这么多，那个这个这么多。Okay, so this is another. So we go another one more. Free are they who have control their minds. Durangamang ekacharang asarilang guha sayang ye chitang sanya me santi mokkanti marabandhana. Faring far, wandering alone, bodiless, lying in a cave is the mind. Those who subdue it are free from bond of Mara. So we have a note 1, 2, and 3. Can we go back and see 1, 3? 37, that is page 111. So here, alone, because no two thoughts movement arise at a particular time. 这个是呢 the mind go alone, wandering alone. 就是说我们的心呢，每一个念头都是一个罢了。一个念头起来啊，那个 mind 啊，一刀是上一个呢，一真啊快了，一个，一别个弄一白白。So because no two thought moments arise at a particular time. So then this is alone. Bodiless. The imperceptible mind is immaterial and colorless. So the mind is no se senku mind so bodiless, imperceptible mind, immaterial, material, color. Okay, lying in the cave. What is this cave? Guha yang. Guha. In Malay, what is that? Guha.
Goa.
Gua. Gua. So the Malay word lah. Gua. It's a from the guha. Không biết lấy xóa
Cave, Goa.
Goa musang Goa nhớ Goa thì Guha from the Guha sayang. So that is the seat of consciousness. So the seat of consciousness inside the mind is inside the cave, 心在那个山洞里面。So it is clear that the Buddha had not definitely assigned a specific basis of consciousness as he have done with other senses. Other senses, 我们是 eye consciousness 在 eye, ear consciousness 在 ear, 这个一定 specific 的，在什么 senses 里面。可是呢，这个呢 mind 呢在哪里？它没有一定 specific. So we have done other senses. It was the cardiac theory. So the theory that the heart
It's the seat of
is the seat of consciousness. So then the Buddhists say the consciousness is in the heart. So in the ancient time also the Chinese also say sin.
Indonesia, bahasa Indonesia batin.
Consciousness in the seat.
Pikiran.
Revealed in his time. So that during the Buddha's time, Everybody say it's like this, the heart. And this was eventually supported by the Upanishad. Upanishad actually is a Hindu 的那个什么，他们有那个什么吠陀啊，这里面的 Upanishad. So the Buddha could have adopted this popular theory, but he did not commit himself. In the Patthana 是我们在这个阿毗达摩里面的一本。Yaitu Paccaya Aramana, Paccaya Patthana. So the book of relations, the Buddha refer to the basic of consciousness in such an indirect term as yang rupang nisaya. Yang 这个 rupang 是这个 form nisaya 依靠在那边 depend on that material thing. So what the material thing was, the Buddha did not positively assert. Did not positively assert. It must have a material thing to stay there. For example, our eye consciousness stay at this eye. Ear consciousness stay at the ear. So there is a specific that I refer to. But this mind then not directly specifically say that way. So consciousness is such a direct term as yang panisaya dependent on that material thing. What the material thing was, the Buddha did not positively assert according to the views of a commentator. Then this is come from the commentators like Venerable Buddha Gosa. Buddha Gosa 就是在那个维苏里马戈的清净道论的决议的那个长老。And Anuruddha, another 还有一本呢，也是这个长老叫做 Anuruddha. The seat of consciousness is the heart. So 这两个长老说呢，我这个呢 consciousness 是心，在这个心里面，它依靠在这个心。So in ancient time, so they all taught this here. The mind is not in this here. Then some meditators say that they also looking at the mind. 他们有一些禅修的，他们说他们看那个有一种的，好像说能够观看，他看呢，看是他人的心，就知道他这个人呢在想什么，他看这个心。You understand? If you want to read the mind of the people, so actually look at the heart. Then you see the heart changing or the what thing happen, not looking at the mind. I don't know.
Because
I think
if you think of a food, it will be here, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't use heart to think about food.
Sometimes people say that, if you like something, your heart beat differently, like faster or something. If you're nervous,
Changing.
yeah, the heart beats is different.
Changing. So whatever
but
you
this
think,
one, like pulse, is the same.
Yeah, see, if you want when we do the concentration, I mean, do the meditation, we focus on the breath. So my mind is focused. You use the brain to focus. You don't use the heart, right? Do you use the heart?
他这个 mind 是他的 main support， 去这个 mind function 这个 mind 去，所以他们还是呢古老的在强调都是呢我们的 consciousness 是在心，这个心呢跳，那么这个脑先死了，这个心还是什么样？哪一个先停？
心先停吧。
先停了。
Yeah, I don't know.
因为有时候全部死到老了，可是这边还是软的，那么他的 consciousness 还在那边。we just 修的人都是说心，我们的 consciousness 他们看他的心。Like whenever Buddha Gosa and then Anuruddha also 他们都是强调，这些都是古时候的长老的 commentator 来的 consciousness in the heart. So one wonder whether one is justified in presenting the cardiac theory 这是卡列这个心的 theory as a Buddhistic, when the Buddha himself neither reject nor accept this popular theory. 所以在佛教里面呢，没有那佛陀没有好像是 accept 这样的是 reject 这样，没有很 clear 的。OK, now we see how Sangha Rakita. Sangha 是什么？僧团。Rakita 呢？保护、僧护、僧团的僧，护法的护，僧护。So 回消为苗，僧护。Buddha Rakita. Buddha protect Buddha. Buddha Rakita, Sangha Rakita, Dhamma Rakita. 有人的名字是这样。The mind can wander afar. Once they live in Savatthi, 还是在 Savatthi, a senior bhikkhu by the name of Sankarakita, 一个很长老的比丘，他的名字叫做僧护。So when his teacher gave birth to a son, she named the child after this monk. Okay, 好的，生了一个孩子呢，就把这个孩子的名字呢叫他的那个。他的舅舅是吗？应该叫舅舅哦。对。舅舅的法名啊。So he came to know as a nephew of Sankarakita. So and this youth in due course was admitted into the order. 哦，这个小孩子呢，以后长大了也出家。Yeah, and then also admitted into the order. While the young bhikkhu was staying in the village monastery, he was offered 2 sets of robes, and he decided to offer 1 set to the monk who was his uncle. 哦，这个故事很好笑。You know this story also very funny. So the nephew and the uncle monk. So the uncle monk was actually Arahant sitting there. So then he was fencing. Then later he used the fence and knocked 他留一 uncle 一头，知道吗？这个故事你听过了。那个呢，他有两件的袈裟 ，so he got 2 set of robes. So he want to keep himself 1 set, and then he want to offer to the uncle, his uncle. The one set of robe. 伊想讲我两 set 啦，我留一条啦，我 uncle 一条。So at the end of the wasa, he went to pay respect to his uncle, and then he offered the robe to him. But the uncle declined to accept the robe, and then saying that he had enough. The uncle 問你講唔係啦，我買啦，我夠啦。有伊硬愛好啦，然後伊買食了伊不歡喜。他就不高興了，就想東想西了。所以呢 uncle declined to accept the robe, saying that he had enough. Although he repeated his request, the elder would not accept. So the young bhikkhu felt disheartened, thinking that his uncle did not like him. 所以看哎呀，講 uncle 無suka 我買條外卡西啊，又買外卡西不要緊嚟講。He did not. Since his uncle was so unwilling to share the requisites with him, so he thought it would be better for him to leave the order and live the life of a layman. 他想到什么 ？Uncle 不要接受我的袈裟，好了，那么我还俗了。还俗呢，我把这个袈裟去卖了呢，我去怎么样？他想了一大堆，也很好笑，你看。So better for him to leave the order and live the life of a layman. From that point, his mind wandered, and then 他刚刚好是站在那个他的 uncle 的后面，你知道吗？其实是哪一个 ？So he actually at the back using the fangs to fangs the uncle, and then she was very dissatisfied, and then was thinking from that point, thinking a lot. So from that point, his mind wandering and distracting streams of thoughts follow. Then he thought that after leaving the order, so 他站在那边我还熟了呢，我还熟了，我来做嘞，还没给那个东西。So from that thought, after leaving the order, he would sell the robes and buy a she goat. 如果啊，你假使uncle 買我賣魚啦，賣魚啦，佢買一隻呢個牛啊，母羊啊，she goat, and that she goat would breed quickly, and soon he would get enough money to enough to enable him to marry. So 伊想講，你養會生咗一囝了啊，了伊賣個囝，伊咧有食一類咧，伊去大某了。So enable him to marry. His wife will give birth to a son. Later thinking 哇，娶了一個太太了，他說呢，最後呢有一個孩子。
Think a lot.
Thing standing there but still fencing, but the string is going on that way.
Thinking is very fast.
So he was thinking that he soon will get a son, and then he would take his wife and son in a small cart to visit his uncle. 佢時候就講我有驚了我坐我甲我驚去看我 uncle 啦，uncle 會想 take wife and the child to a small cart to visit his uncle at the monastery. So on the way, he would say that he would carry the child. She would tell him to drive the cart and not to bother about the child. So 他就在想说呢，他要去抱那个孩子，可是呢，那个太太就说：“那你开车就好了。那么呢，我那个太太自己要照顾这个孩子，抱着孩子，所以两个人在争这个孩子了。So not to bother about the child. Then he would insist that he wanted to carry the child, to grab the child from her. Between them, the child would drop on the cart truck, and then the wheel would pass over the child. 两个在争这孩子掉下来呢，那个车轮啊，那个卡啦，经过的惊。
Like the accident in Sri Lanka. Car.
Yes.
To the monastery.
Yeah. So he will get so furious. So the child was injured or dead, I don't know. So he will get so furious with his wife that he will struck her wife with the goat stick. 他其实他是 fang， 可是想到很生气的时候，他就打下去他的 uncle 在那身边，和尚啊，就在那边他打了头。So he would struck his wife, the wife with the goading stick. At that time, he was fanning his uncle monk with a fan, and he accidentally struck the head of the monk with the fang. So he 想個唔得袂記，伊咧去拍伊 uncle 嘅頭落去。So the monk, knowing the thought of the young bhikkhu, said, "You were unable to beat your wife, and why have you beaten an old bhikkhu?" No, usually it's arahan, So the uncle monk actually is an arahan. So he was sitting there, and then he said that you are unable to hit your wife, but you struck on me. So you are unable to beat your wife. You have beaten an old bhikkhu. So young Sankarakita was very much surprised and embarrassed at the word of his uncle. So he's very surprised and embarrassed his uncle. So he also become extremely here, and then wanted to leave the monastery. The monastery, however, the elder monk managed to take him to the presence of Buddha. 刚刚好那佛陀有在了，所以呢他是 lucky 了，他的 uncle 带他去见佛陀，没有他给他跑回去了。So told about the whole episode. So then 这个 old monk 讲给这个 Buddha 听，说这个呢 nephew 想着一大堆了这个。So the Buddha spoke kindly to the young monk and said that the mind has the ability to think and object even though it might be far away. So this would naturally cause much destruction. Therefore, one should strike hard to liberate for liberation from the bondage of passion, evil, and ignorance. So then 佛陀 advise 他了，就告诉他说呢，这个 mind 呢，凡夫的心啊，就是这样容易跑来跑去，那么呢，跑得很远去，那么叫他呢，是要努力精进的，要解脱这个呢，我们心的贪嗔痴。Because our mind had a great hatred delusion. So you practice hard, you can liberate from all this great hatred delusion. So this is a story about this. Okay, so today up to here. So anything to ask? So otherwise, next Sunday, huh? Is it next Sunday? Any event?
Finish.
So next Sunday is on this November 2nd.